Crypto's here. You guys need to see this one. All right. I haven't fully watched this video yet, okay, because I want to make like almost a react video here. This girl's from Canada. Looks like a small town. I'm just presuming here, but I want you guys to see what I'm seeing in real time here. So let's see what she has to say about Canada in our beautiful country and the current condition it's in. So let's check this out. Let's have a look-see.
I'm gonna be honest, Canada is so disappointing now. It's a completely different place. I moved away about 2 years ago. I've been living in the US for 2 years, but I come back to Canada quite often. And I've noticed, or I should say I've made a lot of observations of just how it continues to keep going downhill. For starters, the cost of living in
So before she continues here, let's just recap here common sense and who the government is currently in place, which a government is a CEO of a country. Okay, so we have our good old amazing Justin Trudeau, who doesn't know what the heck he's doing, and Jasmeet Singh, who props him up. Another sad excuse of a politician here. So, okay, we have two gentlemen running the country, because liberals have a minority, but together they have control, and we have the conservatives. And again, guys, I'm not left or right. I'm central. That's my government right there on the wall. Okay, this government to me is always just a shamble song and dance game, if you ask me. So let's continue here. And the past 8 years, again, been liberals in charge. Let's just see what else she has to say here.
in Canada is absolutely insane. I don't understand how they get away with it. I saw a house not too far from mine that was a piece of garbage. It was so bad. It was old, falling apart. It was horrible. And out of curiosity, I looked up how much it was selling for. $350,000.
And there's so many people struggling right now. They've increased interest rates. Again, that means your mortgage is more, your rent is more, landlords are struggling, everyone's struggling here. So all this money printing that the liberals have done have just caused current issues that you see today. So let's just make sure, everyone, money does not come from thin air. The more money there is, the more issues there are, because the more money is in circulation. That's just the way inflation works. And inflation shouldn't even be existent, by the way, just a man-made term. All right? If they ran money properly, there would be deflation, like BTC is. It's deflationary, not inflation. Inflationary. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. Imagine we work like that when it comes to fiat money. And by the way, do your own research. Every single fiat currency in history has went to zero. Zero. Just look it up yourself. Remember, you wake up every single morning to work for money. Do you even know where money comes from? Do you know how money is made? These are questions you should be asking yourself. And again, instead of watching Netflix, mainstream news garbage, do your own research and figure these things out. It will bless you. Trust me there. Let's continue.
Younger, $350,000 got you a really nice place, at least where I'm from. Now it's like you need like $700,000 plus to even get a half decent home. And the cost of groceries is absolutely insane. I shop at Trader Joe's in the US, so my grocery order is about $60 to $65 every 2 weeks, which can't complain. I'm happy with that. And here I went to a local farmer's market down the street because I just try to support every time I'm home. And I got like 5 just little things, like a bag of chips, a jar of peanut butter, a package of cookies, like simple things. And it came to $62. Like, in what world, you know? That is crazy. That is my whole grocery order in the US.
You should remember, Canadians, in the US, everything is still cheaper, even though they're suffering down there as well with that beautiful Biden administration. Remember, everyone, you voted him in. Okay, so it's Canada's, again, it's bad up here, guys. It's bad.
And here, like, that wouldn't even feed me for 3 days. And gas? I filled up my mom's SUV for...
Let me touch on the gas point here, too, because I used to be in the refinery business, by the way. We have more than enough resources to make our own gas. We have the oil sands in Alberta, but because of climate change, again, do your own research. Every single decade, you'll notice there's a paradigm, there's a fear tactic involved. If you guys watch the old Al Gore documentary, Florida, New York is supposed to be underwater. Ice caps are supposed to be melted. We're supposed to have no ozone. I can go on for hours about this. Do your own research. Do your own research. Trust me there. Let's continue.
Her the other day because she wasn't quite on low fuel, but like it was getting there, and I thought, oh, I'll be nice, I'll fill up her tank. So I put the amount in $75 because I thought this should fill up her tank. It barely got it above halfway. She told me it takes about $140 to fill her gas tank. And she doesn't even have like a giant SUV. It's just like a normal standard size SUV. The healthcare system, completely trash.
Too funny.
If you need to see your doctor, you need to book like 3 months in advance. And if you need anything serious like a surgery or an ultrasound, it's like a year-long wait list. Like, just forget it. Oh, and let me add, when you do get to go to your doctor, they don't even want to give you the time of day. And now they have a thing, every concern you have, you're supposed to book a separate appointment.
The reason for this is because they can add more claims to OHIP. This is for everyone in Canada, by the way, FYI.
For it. So I can't ask about more than one thing per appointment. What? I've had a chest infection for like a month and finally got into my doctor and they prescribed me a nasal spray. And they were like, no, it's probably not an infection. Just try this nasal spray. I've been on it for like 2 weeks, hasn't done anything. I know you have to pay for healthcare in the US and it's expensive, and I know that sucks too. But at least like you get what you pay for and you get to see a doctor when you need to. It's like here it's free, but it's like you might not even live by the time your next appointment comes.
And you better be vaccinated as well. Shame on this medical system up here, shame.
The homelessness is so sad. I could not believe coming home and going to like the biggest city near me. It's
She should see Vancouver and Toronto. Disgusting.
not a big city at all. It's still a small town, but I went through the streets just for a walk. I couldn't believe how many homeless people there are. And it's just so sad because it's like
But let's send more money to Ukraine, by the way. Let's just keep on sending billions and billions, right?
get it. I don't know how, if you don't have a really good job, how do you live? But yet in my hometown, they're spending millions of dollars to build an outdoor skating rink. Another outdoor skating rink, let me add, because we already have 4. Meanwhile, there's going to be people that freeze over the winter because they can't even afford to live in a home or live in any sort of structure whatsoever. It just makes no sense to me how we have millions of dollars to put into stupid things, like I said, a 4th or 5th skating rink, but we're not helping people that need help, and we're not even helping middle class people who maybe they don't need a ton of help, but it would be nice if they could afford gas and to live. And I know the US isn't perfect either by any means, and they have a whole other set of issues, but Canada isn't much better, if not worse, honestly. And I am so glad that I moved away and I don't have to live here, because I don't know how people do it anymore. And it's so sad because I was born and raised here. I've always been such a proud Canadian, and there's just nothing to be proud of anymore.
I agree with her 100%. You won't see this on the mainstream news. All right, guys. Random girl from TikTok spitting facts about Canada and Justin Trudeau's amazing leadership. And I'm going to throw Jasmeet Singh in there as well. You guys let me know your thoughts. All right, guys. God bless. Like, subscribe. The Cryptos out. Cheers.